Okay, hi. In this lesson we are going to go over sexagesimal addition and multiplication. Actually, there are several multiplication methods given in the book. We'll go over the first method in this lesson and the other methods in the next one. So before starting looking at this video, make sure that you read the material in the earlier parts of this section. This is section 2.4 in the book, starting on page 39, and sexagesimal addition starts towards at the end of page 42. Okay, this is from again Kushyar bin Lebban, and as usual we are going to explain the method or the algorithm by an example. And this is the same example from the book that I will use in this case. So let us say that we want to add, say, 48 degrees, 35 minutes and 15 seconds with 25 degrees, 33 minutes and 24 seconds. Okay, what he does, so we'll see that. So remember earlier we learned his addition method for the decimal numbers, and this is for sexagesimal ones. Although it looks different and the placement of the numbers are different, you'll see that the basic idea is actually the same. Okay, so in this case what he does is he creates 3 columns and he puts one of the numbers on the right, 48, 35 and 15. Okay, and then the other number on the left, 25, 33, 24, so that the numbers in the same positions are facing each other, and the answer will be obtained in the middle column, and it will be obtained step by step. As in the previous addition algorithm, he starts from the highest order digit, in this case the degrees. So he first adds 48 and 25. So keep in mind that 48 and 35 and 15, all of these are single digits in base 60 system, right? So in base 60 we need 60 digits, 1 through 59, or 0 through 59. So 48 is actually a single digit. Also in the book, the digits are written in Arabic numerals. Although what we have is also Arabic numerals, but it's a different version of it. So I'll be using the more modern or European version of Arabic numerals here. So first add 48 and 25, and of course the result is 73. Now in the decimal system, when you go over 10, you need 2 digits to represent that number. Now in sexagesimal, it is when you go over 60 when you need 2 digits. So in this case 73 is more than 60, so we need to write it as, so you see 73 is 1 times 60 plus 13. So we need 2 digits to represent 73, and the digits are 13 in the units position and 1 in the other position. So what we do is then we write, okay, so let me write it over here. So 25, 33, 24, and then a column in the middle, 48, 35, and 15. So the answer will be obtained in the middle, we said. Now, so if the result of this addition was a single digit in sexagesimal, we would simply put that single digit here in that position. which would have the same order as 48 and 25. So since we need 2 digits to represent the result, we put the lower digit in this position, which is 13, but then for the other digit we need to go 1 unit up. So 1 unit up would be first elevates. Okay, so let me write this one better. So I just put a 1 here. So this is in degrees, and this is one order higher, which is first elevates. And then we move on to the next position, which is minutes. So now we add 35 and 33. Of course, 35 plus 33 is what? Is 68. And again, this is greater than 60, so it is 160 plus 8. So we again need 2 digits to store the answer. And let's see how we are going to write it here. So again, so in this algorithm, none of the addends are changing. Instead, the answer being accumulated in the middle is changing. Okay, so what we are going to have is, so again, if the result was a single digit, it would simply go here in this position. But since we need 2 digits to represent the answer, what we do is we put the lower digit here. So we had from the previous step 1 and 13 in the upper digits, but now this 1, it needs to be added to this position over here, right? Because it is one order higher. So what we do then, we add 1 to this 13, making it 14. All right. So I will make it 14. So this is what we have then after 2 steps of this operation. And now we'll do one more step and we will be done. And of course, as you can anticipate, the last step is to add 24 and 15, and the result is of course 39. And notice that 39 is a single digit in base 60. So we simply write it in this position and we will be done, right? So 25, 33, 24, 48, 35, and 15. So let me change the color. So I will simply put 39 here, and we are going to keep the numbers from previous steps as they are, and therefore we are finished and the answer is obtained in the middle. So therefore the result of this addition is 114 degrees 8 minutes 39 seconds. So what about this position? What is the name of this position? Well, it is called the first elevates. Do we have a symbol for it? Like you see, we have this symbol for degrees, this is for minutes, and this is for seconds. I don't know if there is a universal symbol for first elevates, but I like to put a one like this for the first elevate. So the answer is then 1 first elevate, 14 degrees, 8 minutes, and 39 seconds. Okay? Alright. So now let's do subtraction, and let's still use the same numbers, the same 2 numbers to do the subtraction. Alright. So we are going to now subtract this number from that one. And the subtraction will be similar. You know, he will place the numbers in the same way. (24) and then 48, 35, and 15. Now you might be wondering why the larger number is on the right and the smaller number is on the left. That's because Arabic goes from right to left, so we put the larger number first, right? And this is how you would proceed with subtraction, right? So you would put the larger number first and the smaller number next. So since Arabic goes this way, this is this is first. This comes first and this is next, right? Okay, so we are going to proceed the same way. First subtracting 25 from 48, and the result is 23. And we are going to write it in the middle. I guess I'll move a little downward here. Okay, so let's put 23 in the middle. And then next step is to subtract 33 from 35, and of course the result is just 2. So we put 2 in the middle of the middle column. So we have 25, 33, 24, 48, 35, and 15. And we had 23 from the first step, and now we have 2 from this step. Okay, now we have one more step to finish this operation. So now we need to subtract 24 from 15. Well, we have a little problem here, right? So 24 is greater than 15. So what do we do then? Well, we have to borrow. And from where are we going to borrow? Are we going to borrow from, so is 15 going to borrow from 35 or from something else? Actually, it will borrow from 2 because this is what is left, right? So as we subtract some digits, this number is getting smaller, and what remains of this number is in the middle. So 15 should borrow from 2. So if 15 borrows 1 unit from 2, what exactly it is? Now in sexagesimal system, one position is 60 times the position before it or below it. So that means that 15 is really borrowing 1 unit, which is 60. So when you borrow, what happens is that this becomes 1 and this becomes 75, right? We are really going to subtract 24 from 75. 75 minus 24 is equal to 51, right? So therefore, the answer is going to be 23, 1, and 75. So I'm skipping putting the original numbers on the left and right column. Okay, so we are done here. So, and the number obtained in, oops, sorry. So this should be 51. So this last number here it should be 51, not 75. So the number in the middle column is the answer. And again, what is the answer? If we write it horizontally, it is 23 degrees, 1 minute, and 51 seconds. All right. Okay.